Yeah. Now, so coterminals. Sometimes we all know a circle is 360 degrees. Yes, and it's from these 360 degrees that we start drawing out angles, and we cut them out to make triangles, and we find the angles, using cosines, the angles, using which if it's cosine, sine, or tangent and stuff like that. But sometimes you see an angle that is 510 degrees, or that is 730 degrees. This, but a circle is 360 degrees. So what is this? So this is basically where coterminal comes in. So coterminals, this is the definition. It's two angles where terminal sides coincide. So remember, what is a terminal side? This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So the point of, I like using 0 to 90 degrees because it makes my life easier. So the point where you start moving your angle to the point where you stop. So this point is called the initial point, initial side. And this point is called the terminal side. Because this is the point where it starts, that's why it's the initial, the starting point, and this point where it ends, it terminates. This is the terminal side. So so when it said where two angle meet, so if you go from, let's say this is angle 30 degrees, or I don't know, 60, whatever. So if you go, so this is terminal, so you go another time, yeah. So if you've gone another 360 degrees, so this is two angles where terminal sides coincide. So these terminal sides are coinciding. So you have your initial terminal point, that's terminal 1, and you've gone again 360 degrees, and that's terminal 2. So these degrees, say I was to measure these degrees with the red line, it should be 360 plus 30 degrees plus this 30 degrees. That will give us 390 degrees. So that's why you see some angles with abnormal numbers. They're not abnormal, but numbers like 390 degrees, 510 degrees, 370 degrees. Like, it does not make sense because the circle is 360 degrees. So it's because another 360 degrees has been added. So in order to find the actual angle, you have to subtract 360 from it. So, but sometimes it can be more than one 360 that has been added. So you can have the terminal go, you can have the angle go again. Let's use green. So you can have it go from here and it goes again. So you've had two terminals. So now you have three terminals. So you have basically two 360 degrees now. So you have 360 degrees from terminal 1 to terminal 2, that's 1. And you have another 360 degrees from terminal 2 to terminal 3, that's 2. So you have two 360 degrees to this angle 30, to this angle 30 degrees, So you can keep adding 360 degrees to it till God knows when. So in order for you to find the actual angle, what you simply have to do is, that the actual angle has to be below 360 degrees, or 360 degrees, between 360 degrees. So you know that you just have to keep subtracting 360 degrees until you get between 360 degrees. So in order to find, so this angle will be, this green one would be 360 times 2 basically, which will give us 720, I believe, plus 30, that will equals 750. So this green angle will be 750 degrees. So in order for you to understand the actual angle, or to get the actual angle, you just have to subtract 360 degrees. Yeah, I have to keep subtracting 360 degrees until you get, I don't know that alphabet. Where's my calculator? No. Sorry, 750. What did I 720? 750 minus 360 is 390. I should have just guessed. And 390 minus 360 is 30. So now we know that actual angle is 30 degrees. So we can easily just find the cosine of 30 degrees is whatever, or sine of 30 degrees, or tangent of 30 degrees. So you will know that. So note, if you find a, I don't know, if you find a, let's do 390. So because it's basically the same thing, because the but it's like a fraction. It's like 5/10 is the same as half. Because if you divide both sides by 5, it all boils down to half. 20/100 is the same thing as 1/4. No, it's not. It's the same thing as 1/5. Similarly to 200/100, is it 200/1000 is the same thing as 1/5. So it's like a fraction. So that means if if 30 degrees is meant to be the same thing as 390 degrees, only with an additional 360 degrees, then the cosine cos 390 is the same thing as cos 30. And you see this question, I just want to cover this because in the part of the video where gift to be going through exercise questions, you will see angles with like 480 degrees or 390 degrees and whatnot. Is the same thing as when you subtract 360 from them. You get the same. Cos 390 is the same thing as cos 30. Cos 760 is the same thing as cos 390 is the same thing as cos 30. It's just an additional 360 to it. So if you check, let me check my calculator now. If you check cos 390 cos, oh nope, wait 1 minute. 390 cos, it will give you 0.866. Similarly to cos 30 will give you 0.866. So I just wanted to clarify that before we dive into the exercise from the video. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's, I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, please comment in the comments, and just know, if you need to broaden your understanding, or if you don't understand enough their videos, you can always ask me if you don't understand. Thank you.
Measurement of angles. Angle is the measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point. Let's say point A and point B, that's the initial point. Then the rotation, you see it rotating from that arc, that length forms an angle. That's the final. That's the final and initial. See what I said there? Point A, point B. Angle is the measure of the rotation of a given ray about its initial point. They are measured starting from the original x-axis in an anticlockwise direction. An angle can be measured in a clockwise direction. You can see it there. That's the circle over there. Like, that's the angle. All the way from 0 is anticlockwisely. 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Anticlockwise. From that side, that's the 45 degree, 90, 135 degree, 180 degree, anticlockwise, starting from the positive x-axis. I already said horizontal x-axis in an anticlockwise direction. Taking you guys on rules. These are shading quadrants. Rules of quadrant. Yeah. So in the first quadrant, angle varying from 0 degree to 90 degree. All values of cosine, sine, and tangent are positive. You can see there from 0 to 90 degree. They are all positive. In the second quadrant, angle degree going from 90 to 180. Remember, it's moving anticlockwise from 90 to 180 degree. Only sine is positive. Cosine, tangent, they are negative. From angles varying from 90 degree to 80 degree. Now in the third quadrant, that's from 180 to 270 degree. In the third quadrant, remember, it's moving anticlockwise. Only values of tan are positive. From 180 to 270, only values of tan are positive. You can see it there. from 180 to 270. It's moving in an anti-clockwise direction. Only values of tan. Then in the fourth quadrant, from angle 270 degree to 360 degree, you can see it over there. Still continue anti-clockwise. The only values of cosine are positive. Only values of cosine are positive. Sine and tan are negative. We're giving you guys short method for you to remember the quadrant rule. First rule, all positive. Second quadrant, only sign positive. Remembering that is all denoted in acts as acts. All positive, cosine positive only, tangent only positive, then sine only positive. So moving on, we'll be considering some examples on the topics angles, cosine, sine, and tangent. Remember the law I gave you. Using this law acts. Now find the cosine, sine, and tangent of the following angles: 60 degree, 90 degree, 150, 270, and 210. That's the example we'll be taking. Note, we are using our quadrant rule. So let's go for 60 degree. That will be my first example for today. Remember, note, from the first quadrant rule, angles varying from 0 degree to 90 degree, they are all positive. Sine, tan, cos, values of sine, tan, cos are positive. In our calculator, sine 60 degree will make it 0.8660. When you use your calculator over there, 0.8660, cos 60 and tan 60. They are all positive sign. That's what we should note, because they are varying in the first quadrant rule. Moving on, question 2, 90 degree. Same. Say 90 positive 1, cos 90 0, tan 90 is infinity. It's undefined. So 150 degree will be my third example. Note, angle degree from 90 degree to 180 degree, only values of sine are positive. Both cosine and tan, they are all negative. The second quadrant rule, sine 150 degrees 0.5, then cos negative 0.8660, tan 0 minus 0.5774. Let's move to the next example, 270 degree. Note, angle degree varying from 180 to 270, only values of tan are positive. The third quadrant rule, sine and cos values are negative. You can see it. Then sine 270 is minus 1 and 270 is infinity. Cos 270 is minus 0. Use your calculator. Tan 270 is going to give you undefined, but according to mass is infinity. Then let's move on to 210 degree, third quadrant. The same way up. Using your calculator, sine and cos negative, but tan will be positive. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lectures. Thank you.